So welcome to Tarot Predictions, guys. That will be your usual weekly reading, and as per usual the weekly reading will accompany it with 3 cards per star sign. And in addition to that, from now on I will also read Lenormand cards for every star sign at the end of the tarot reading for each star sign. Now there were some people which are not familiar with what Lenormand is, and also there were some people in the post that have posted asking you, are you want to see them or not, which are asking why I have been dropped off, these cards dropped off the table, and why I don't use them anymore. Now there are a few reasons for that. First of all is that these cards, Lenormand, which are going to be these, I will use the Fairy Lenormand deck. There we go. They are very black and white. In other words, you don't have to ask a question with them. I mean, they show you what they show you, and that's that. Second thing is that they don't show you a chain of events. I mean, they show you only one event without without the outcome of it. What I mean is that they don't show you the pros and cons. For example, they can show you that you're going to learn a lot of money, but what comes out of that? Or they can show you that you may get ill. They may show you even death. I mean, they can show you many things, and they could be as bright and as dark as they possibly could. So when you go for a Lenormand reading, you have to be prepared for everything. Next thing I want to tell about the cards is that there is no, personally to me, I mean, it doesn't take a skill to read them. I mean, you need a couple of days to 3 days practice with them, with the book accompanying them, because there are not many books. I mean, the card is the card. For example, the cross, that is either karmic or suffering, pain, nostalgia, or, you know, being feeling kind of like emotionally down. So that's that, and you cannot read the cards singular with one another. I mean, they always comes in couples. So if you do want to know your future with Lenormand, one card doesn't mean anything. I mean, this card could mean either inheritance or traveling, and then we go to draw another card, which means that, for example, that should be a inheritance that comes in your way, because the cross is a karmic. It does mean karmic, so it's something that it is meant for you to happen. So it's inheritance. And with that being said, these cards, I mean, this system of prediction is ain't no joke. I mean, it's ain't no walk in the park. So people playing with them, I don't encourage that. I mean, you can go in the next store and buy them, you know, amused with the power, let's say, that these cards can give you, because they do show the future. I mean, I have tested it on myself, and they do show the future. But somehow it's scary, because although I'm a fortune teller, guys, I don't want to know. And with the accuracy these cards are showing what is going to happen, it scares me. So I leave to you to judge. Either you want to use them, or when you come for a reading to me, you want me to use them on you. But I use them very rarely, and it is because I don't want to scare people. Okay, so with that being said, let me shuffle now the tarot cards, and we are going to the first star sign. That will be Aries. So usual weekly reading, guys, three tarot cards for each star sign, and at the end of the star sign, when I'm done with the tarot, I will draw also 3 Lenormand cards. Okay, So for Aries, we do have the Devil with the Two of Cups, with the Page of Swords. So guys, for what does it seems to me at least, you Aries, is in the grand scheme of things, these cards are showing for a crush that you are about to have, and you are going to fall in love with something. I'm not saying with someone, but with something, and it could be also with someone to the weeks yet to come. These two is what is showing. So a big yearning of your heart is going to come close to you, and you will be able to take it within your grasp and seize it. Now there will be someone, however, which ain't going to be very happy with that. We can see with the Page of Swords, someone which will try to talk you over. So if we have to interpret these cards for your career, guys, I could say that you are about to make a siding with someone of your co-workers in your career place, and together you will be able to establish a very strong push toward a project or toward a agenda that you do have in your career field, you know, something that go against the majority of the society into your career place. Now, and this is where you will face a confrontation from that person trying to expose, you know, this is a original thinker, very good with words. So you need to know that if you do listen very carefully what this person has to say, well, you may be deceived, because they can present fictions as facts, and that's why they can slip you down the road. If we're talking about relationship, now you need to know that this could be a sign of exterior amusement of the relationship, and this exterior amusement will come on your behalf. What I mean is that you may meet someone that is not your partner into your relationship, and you may have something for this person. I mean, your heart may start earning them, if you know what I mean. However, this doesn't mean that you will start an affair with these when we do have these cards, because we do have the Page of Swords here, in a very good friend of yours or you alone are going to try to open your eyes, and you are going to try to look at this situation objectively. So in the grand scheme of things, guys, again, I want to show, I want to tell about the Aries, something that you would love to do and someone that you would love to be with is going to come into the picture. However, you need to scale very carefully. Is this a deception? Is this event meant to deceive you, or it is something that is really given to you as a reward from fate itself? So you need to be very careful this week, Aries, how you're going to invest yourself into these things that are creating pleasure in your heart. Because the Devil card, it kind of goes two ways always. That's a card that gives you a stimulation. That's a card that gives you a yearning for life. It's a card that gives you, through fortunate circumstances, something that you would really, really like to do, or really, really like to be with. And the question is, what kind of price you are prepared to pay so you can be with this thing, or you can be with this person. And now let me shuffle the Lenormands for Aries. Now we do have the Star, then we do have the Tree, then we do have the Stroke. So these cards in one side could speak for pregnancy, because we do have the card that stays for life itself, and then we do have the Stroke here, that is the new beginning. So it's a new life that takes place in your life. If we're talking about your career, that will be a new job, guys, or a new very long-term project. If we're talking about relationship, well, you may at least consider start making attempts for kids, or you may find yourself, as well as I said, pregnant. Now let me shuffle for Taurus. Susan, this is the Fairy Lenormand deck. It is quite rare, for what I know, at least in my country, is not for sale. You need to know something else, that the Lenormand cards, they are very personal cards. And I mean, the event that I'm telling you here through them for the star sign, it may happen to you with a great magnitude, or it may happen with such magnitude that you could barely notice it. I mean, for example, this pregnancy thing, or the idea of being pregnant, it could be something that just will stroke your mind, you know, but you may not pay attention to it. So it may or it may not be with a great affection to your things. Okay, so for Taurus, 9 of Cups with the Empress, it is what we have after that, and then we do have the Chariot. So guys, 9 of Cups, Empress, and Chariot, those are, how can I place it in words? Those are elements that are strongly suggest you that you have to take it easy. And what I mean is that a lot of activity in the week that is yet to come, it is not advised. Why is that? It is because you may jump into a certain nets. Under nets, I mean a certain majority of or kind of like variety of activities which are gonna go very hard to you. What I mean is that you may start sinking down into a river, if you may say that way, or an ocean of troubles, of problems which are not yours to solve. So instead of that, you may want to devote yourself into your personal deeds and into your personal agenda. Now, the Empress in the 9 of Cups are saying that there are still things around you, there are still activities around you that you're contributing toward that haven't been brought to their very end. So instead, guys, instead of trying to contribute yourself for other people, or instead of trying to contribute yourself toward foreign agendas, you would instead want to dive into your own things. With that, 9 of Cups and the Empress, if you aim to feel yourself comfortable or to find yourself comfortable until the end of the week that is yet to come, you will very well be able to do so. But you Tauruses needs to detach yourself from the activity that you're doing for foreign people, for different people. What I mean, for your co-workers, for your friends, for example. I mean, this week should be completely devoted to your personal needs, guys. And the Chariot here is showing that you need to cling more to romance. In this case, when we have it next to the Empress, it speaks that you need to seek romance, you need to seek gentle souls. So if you are in relationship, that's obvious, you need to aim to spend more time with your partner, you need to aim to have the romance with them. But if you are not in relationship, then you may want to start hanging out a little bit more to meet different people, because with the Chariot it does seem, say, a preparation for a big jump moving forward, preparation with somebody that you have yet met, or somebody that you will meet this this week. One thing more I want to say about the 9 of Cups here, Tauruses, is that wherever you may find yourself happy at, what I mean is that the deeds that you are finding yourself happy with, let's say your family or your friends, your social circle, your career, this card shows that the happiness that you have created, or in other words, the achievements that you have reached, they are not 100 on their 100% capacity. What I mean is that you can achieve more from that. So it's a good thing to contemplate on these things. It's a good thing to indulge yourself with the happiness that you have won for yourself. But you need to know that in order to make it long lasting, you shouldn't lose focus now. You shouldn't lose esteem. You shouldn't lose motion, which means that you need to keep working to solidify and consolidate your connections, your relationship, and your work, your career, if we may say that way as well. So just to summarize that, For Tauruses, this is a week of consolidation. This is a week of solidifying one's achievement and solidifying one's position in your work and into your relationship, guys, and into your social circle. So at the end of the week, you may find yourself into a very, very comfortable place, Taurus, where you will basically indulge yourself with the things that you like to do and the things that you like to have by your side. And Lenormand shows you the messenger here with the first card, and then we do have the cross, and then we do have the lily. Okay, so that's a news for a gift. It comes from a man. Okay, so we do have a news that will be born from a karmic event. Here the cross is read as a karmic, and it will be a gift for you given by a man. Okay, so it could be a man that you are meant to be with will give you flowers as a flourishing event. It could be a man that is going to give you something as a necklace or a ring, or it could be a engagement proposal as well, but it's something karmic. And karmic in my vision, and in the vision that I have read with, it is something that is meant to happen. Okay, so something that is meant to happen for you, Tauruses, that concerns a man, it will come to your knowledge and you will receive a gift for it. Okay, so let me shuffle now, and we're going to Gemini. Yeah, Tanya, Team Taurus is for a good week. A week that is going to make their position more and more stable. Now, for Gemini, we do have the Judgment with the Queen of Swords and an Eye of Pentacles. So, Geminis, you are about to have to deal with a person that will be the Queen of Swords, and as a Queen of Swords, it is most likely older than you are, and she is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or it has this ascendant. Now, what this person does for you in the week that is yet to come, she finds resolutions for you. She solves your problems, and she solves your problems through her way. So this is a person that you are not very familiar, not very agreeable to the methods that this person is working with, but her methods are working. And if you let her do her thing, you will see that this person actually will push your things through, and it's going to make a how can I place it in words? She's going to give you a very balanced judgment, and I cannot say even balanced judgment, but she's going to reveal many mysteries in front of you. The Knight of Pentacles here is showing that after you are learning your lesson from her, you need to be more meticulous about your approach, you need to be more consistent, you need to be more simple. I mean, your actions should be revolving around a simplicity of the plan, rather than to try to make some how can I place in words, some sophisticated maneuvers so you can impress people. Nobody will be impressed. I mean, all that matters at the end of the day are results, and the results that you are going to reach are going to be through the help of this person and by your simple actions, by your simplicity. And it is very essential as well to know what you really want, because the Knight of Pentacles here is showing, guys, that you need to be very aware of what you want and why do you want it. Only then you will be able to create a plan how to move forward. And this person here, the Queen of the Queen of Swords with the Judgment next to her sitting will be able to help you go through your things and reach your achievement. So into your career, that could be a protective person who will cope with your difficulties that you do have with the projects that you're working on, and she will solve those difficulties for you. However, after she solves those difficulties for you, you need to learn from that, and you need to create a new, more simple but more solid plan for the approach that you plan to do moving on forward. In your relationship, these cards, guys, are speaking that if your relationship isn't going very well, then you have a serious talks either with your mother or with a sibling of the family of your partner, or with a very good friend of yours. Here the Queen of Swords, she will not be very easy on you. I mean, she will tell you everything that you don't want to hear, but it will be the truth. And when you hear it, you need to make a note from it. Once made a note, then you have to align your future behavior according to that note. Here we are seeing with the Knight of Pentacles, and you will do so not because you're feeling ashamed, not because you're feeling guilty, but because you will know what you want, and you will want to stay in that relationship. And in order to stay in that relationship, you need to kind of start acting differently. And we have the Knight of Pentacles here showing that the results justifies the efforts. So let me shuffle now the Lenormand cards. So for Gemini, we do have the mice, then the fish. There we do have the Tower. Guys, be careful of government charges, okay? Make sure that you have paid everything you own to the government, like taxes, tickets, penalties, and these kind of stuff, because for what it seems, interest will be added on them if you don't pay them, and the interest will be more than you have expected. So make sure that you are clear of the whole taxes and the whole money that you are owning to the government now, because it does seem that there is something that you are missing, and it's building up an interest for the government, and at the end of the day you will be very, very unpleased and unhappy what you have to pay and how much money you need to lose for that. So be very careful with the unpaid penalties, unpaid tickets, or taxes toward the government. Okay, so now I'm shuffling, and I'm going to Cancer. No, it Libra haven't been done yet. You're welcome, Tess. Annette, yeah, I mean, when the live is done, the replay of it will be on the Facebook page, so you can watch it after. Now, Cancer, Nine of Pentacles with the Four of Cups, with the Six of Pentacles. Guys, from these cards, what it seems is that you are about to find resources in order to support an activity of yours. Just basically, this is what they speak. It is not about relationship here for what I look at. This is all about facing a certain expenses. This is all about investing into something. So for you, Cancer, just when you thought that there is no way out, you're about to find an investor, you're about to find someone that will face your expenses on your behalf because they do have a good heart. Now that is important here. This is not a premeditated actions. This is not a calculative maneuvers from the person that is helping you. They're doing that because they do have a good heart. Now you should not feel obliged to return back the money straight away. What I mean is that they are doing that with no expectations that you are going to return back the money. However, at the end of the day, just so you can be clear with them, you need to return those resources back to these people, regardless of when that is going to be. I mean, they are doing that for you because they are seeing you that you struggle for what it seems, or you're trying to create something and you can't because you lack the resources, but your idea in general is very good. So why should the resources stop you from creating what is really good for you and for the society? Speaking of that, if you are hoping to get approved for a mortgage with these cards this week, it does seem that you will be approved for a mortgage. If you are seeking for a loan so you can start a private business, personal thing, or you're just kind of like scared how you're gonna pay your bills and how you have money to feed your family, for example, it does seem that a help for that will come this week. And yeah, it will be, like I said, guys, it will be out of nowhere. I mean, you will not see that coming. It's because we do have the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is showing that you are the Cancer. I mean, you are seeking it into a wrong direction, but a right direction from where those resources are going to come will be revealed toward to you, regardless of that. And it is advisable that you do take that help at your behalf. If we do have to speak about relationship here with this card, with these cards, well, I could interpret them as that you are going to see warmth, a little bit more warmth from your partner, so they can kind of like break a little bit the stiffness of the routine in the relationship, and they can make it a little bit more amusement and mesmerizable than before. Okay. So let me shuffle now the Lenormands, and we're going to see what Cancer has to face, or what is going to happen to them. We do have the Sickle first, and then we do have the Bear, and then we do have the Snake. One more card is required here with the Man. Okay, so Cancer, these four cards are showing that a man is going to, how can I place it in words, is going to reveal a traitor. Traitor is trying to slip you down with a very good but false promises. Now we do have the Sickle that is cutting off the support from the traitor, which is a man next to you. So basically guys, you are going to be left at the end of the week, for what it seems, with one friend less than before, friend that seems to care for you, friend that seems to how can I place it, is ready to give everything from them for your well-being. But you're about to realize that these people, they do ask something in return, or rather like they do have a hidden agendas, hidden goals, and you're not gonna like that. And of course you're going to, you know, push them away from your life. So one harmful person less in your society for Cancer, which is a good thing. So the way I see it for Cancer, it does look like that you do have two people who are contributing for you. one which is really interested in what you're about to achieve or what you want to achieve, guys, and what that seems to be interested, but at the end of the day he will try to pull out more profits than he has to, you know. And if this is about a private business, as I said, several people here are writing about private business, be very careful from whom you're about to take those money, you know. It does depend what is going to be the layout behind the financial injection. The one that gives you the least no recommendation, but the least demands, will be the one that you need to take from. I mean, the one that gives it with pure heart. Okay, so we're going so now to Leo. The World for Leo, and then we do have the Six of Wands with the Chariot card. This is a successful triumph. This is a triumph, victory, win, successful ending of an achievement. And let's say that if you are aiming for a promotion, these cards are showing a promotion coming into your place. If you are aiming to be with someone in a relationship that you are flirting with, you're hanging out with, and these kind of stuff, it does seem that finally they will be ready to do so that with you. Now the problem here, what it seems, Leo, is that you will lack an insight upon what follows next. I mean, what happens next. And that will be the great issue here. What should be your next perspective? So let's say that you do have your promotion into your career. So where are you going from that? I mean, do you have other aims to follow? Do you have other things to chase? This is something you need to this is something you need to seriously consider, because these cards are showing that you may lack, guys, a how can I place in words? You may lack a other perspective to follow after you have completed your aims. Okay, the Six of Wands here, although says that you will have victory, personal recognition, if you want to say it that way, rewards that are coming in your way, mainly guys, career orientated, promotion, or a help is going to come at your way if you're needing help. The work is far from over. Yeah, one thing it is finalized. One project it is reached. I mean, you got your promotion, for example, or you got your raise if you are after raise, but what happens next? Okay, you need to always have, at least in this case, you need to always want more. This is in our human nature. No matter how much we want, no matter how much we have, we do always want more. And sometimes, most of the time, excuse me, this comes as a curse to the human, but not to you this time, Leo. You need to ask for more. And why is that? Because you deserve more, for what it seems. So, again, into your career, that will be a very productive week where you are going to successfully end the project. You are going to successfully end your tasks, which are giving you the support to ask for a promotion or to ask for a raise. And in your relationship, if we are talking about existing relationship, guys, this is a harmony in between you and your partner, true romance and true intimacy, that are which is going to bring you peak of experience into one relationship. If one's single, then one is going to at least have an interaction with someone that gives you a big impression, and they can be a fantastic lover moving forward. Thank you, Meredith. So now let me shuffle the Lenormand and see what they are going to have to say for Leo. What Leo are going to cope with. in the week that is coming. The Child. Then we do have the Letter. Then we do have the Garden. Guys, this is an invitation. This is an invitation for a small gathering. Okay, small gathering. It could be a small party. It could be a small council, if you want to say it that way. But it is an invitation through a message, through a text, through an email, most likely, where you have to go into a place which is with other people. So this is what the Lenormand has to say for you, and I hope it is something very productive for you. It is not just a party, but it is, let's say, a business meeting where will be negotiated your promotion. It could be that, looking at the tarot cards before that. Now let me shuffle, and we're going to Virgo. The Page of Cups with the Knight of Wands with the Five of Swords. 1 second, guys. These cards, they do look like as if someone is the Knight of Swords. It is what we do have here, okay? The Knight of Swords, guys, is going to try, that will be a person which is, if we go, Knight of Wands, excuse me. So if we go by the card, that should be a person around your age, a little bit younger, most likely male, that is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or has these ascendant. What this person is trying to do here in the week that is yet to come is to take advantage of you. Is to take advantage of your skills and of your knowledge, so they can basically collect the rewards which you are meant to take, or kind of like you deserve to take. So what is needed here, guys, is for you to make a personal reassessment. Where do you stay? How much do you invest in the things of other people? If we're talking about career, if we're talking about relationship, you need to ask yourself how jealous you are if you are in relationship, and how much do you trust your partner. Now, if we're talking about existing relationship, there is without no doubt there is a third party here trying to seduce your partner, or they're trying to seduce you. So, with another words, there is someone around you this week that they are not angry at you, they don't hate you, guys, they don't think that you are the worst thing in the world for them. Actually, they have nothing personal against you. It is basically you stand on their path, and they're kind of like determined to make out of it. What I mean is that they're determined to use you to the very maximum, because it is what they do. They're opportunists. So it is up to you, are you gonna fall into that trap or not? But if I were you, Virgos, if it comes to my work, I would stick only to my personal things, and I would stick only to my personal knowledge and capabilities, and I would not rely on other people. And this also, guys, involves how you help other people. Be very careful how much you give yourself to other things, to foreign things, to other people's agendas, because at the end you may think that they will be grateful, and you may be deeply regretting your involvement. So what I would suggest you is that this week, Virgos, help only to those which are proven to be faithful to you, and they are proven to be worthy of your trust. For the rest, you can just simply say that you are preoccupied, you don't have the time, and these kind of stuff. You don't have to be cutting, but if you do involve yourself into well, let's say miscalculated activities, you will face humiliation, guys, and you will see that people were cruel, and especially here, especially here, the Knights of Wands. It's a person without no remorse of gratitude, without no remorse of payback. So with a blink of an eye, this guy is going to use you for their own benefits, and after that they are going to pretend that they don't know you. So if you are single, you have to be very careful whom you are investing yourself with, because at the end of the day, even though they are giving you signs that this won't be a one-night thing, it may turn out to be that way. So at the end of the day, I would suggest you, Virgo, to stay with yourself this week. And if it comes to your career, do only the things that depends on you and only you, rather than to ask for other people to help you, and don't divide yourself into helping into other people. And when it comes to a personal relationship, be very careful how you treat your partner, because if you are way too strong with them, what I mean is you are way too pushy with them, they may go to other person. And if you are alone, be very careful how you invest yourself. And now for Virgo, let's see what the Lenormand has to say. The bucket with the star with the lily. Guys, that will be a gift from your family, or a very good word from your family. Very favorable combination of cards, especially for those who are kind of like in a bad position with their families and with their elders. It does seem that you are going to reach peace this week with those people, with your family and siblings. This card has also one interpretation more, and this is a one-night sex. So be careful again, as I said, because they do also interpret that way. Be careful whom you are investing yourself with, and if you are going to lay with someone and you're single, pay attention, or kind of like make a note that it could be a one-night thing rather than something moving on forward for a long duration of time. Okay, so now let me shuffle again, and we're going to Libra. The Eight of Wands with the Three of Swords with the Devil. 1 second, guys. So these three cards are showing that you are going to deny something that it is offered to you. How can I place it in words, guys? I mean, it's going to seem a tempting offer, but at the end of the day, you're going to kind of like realize that this offer is something that is going to ruin you in the long run, or it's kind of like it's going to enslave you in a long run. So Eight of Wands and Three of Swords, it is showing, how can I place it in words, a healing process. A healing process, healing of your heart, healing of your emotions, through logic. And then the Devil comes in, and the Devil shows you that you need to pay attention, or kind of like you need to learn from your previous mistake. Not everything that seems sweet is not bitter, so you have to be a little bit more logical about what you're doing moving forward. So into your career, these cards could represent a very tempting offer from your supervisor and from boss, and from your boss, But after that, when you think about what happened last time when you give you such tempted offer, you may decide to reconsider it. You may decide to stick to the stable and solid approaches into your career. What I mean, to the already negotiated contracts, to the already negotiated projects where the things cannot go wrong, because here we are seeing that in these new opportunities that may come into your way, a lot of things could come wrong. And into your relationship, guys, let's say that this is a peace reaching into your relationship. This is about healing, because the devil is showing that you will, and in the Three of Swords here, that you will be a little bit more logical when it comes to your relationship. I mean, inwardly you may want to start bursting out, you may want to start making arguments, you may want to start, how can I place it in words, to storm the situation, if we may say it that way. But in reality, you will realize that no one wins from it. Not you especially. So you have to kind of reach a peace of mind and a peace of heart. With the Eight of Wands and the Three of Swords, it is showing that that is the way it has to go to move forward. Because if you are capable to keep yourself silent right now, if you are capable to not allow your primal instincts to take an edge, you will realize, or kind of like you will see when this week passes, you are about to see, Libras, that the things are not black and white, and sometimes what you want cannot be given, not because there is no desire to be given, but because it's impossible to be given. Also, you're about to realize when it comes to your career, guys, that not everything it does look like it is good as it does look like. So you have to be very careful what kind of steps you take into your career, especially, guys, if something is presented to you in a way that there is no much conditions around it. It does mean that it is very vague, and it does mean that you may end up in a situation where you don't want to be in. Okay, and if again we speak about a current relationship, you need to learn, Libras, the how can I place in words? The skill, or kind of like you need to master the skill of forgiveness. Well, Sarah, because Libra, it's kind of like the cards were kind of like finicky to be interpreted for Libra, and I'm trying to interpret in a way so it can make sense to every single one. Otherwise, if this was a personal reading, that would be not much to be said about. What I mean is that according to the question, they could make sense, but in general, they could mean many, many things. And Libras, we do have the path with the mice, excuse me, with the rider. A fake news that is going to confuse you. It is what is coming in your way, guys. Okay, a half-said truth, a half-said contract, a half-said terms. Again, be careful what you're agreed to, because at the end of the day you may find yourself into a no-go situation. I am going to draw, yeah, that's not good, guys. With the coffin here, it's kind of look like that is a deception, and it's a either offer or a news meant to kind of like strafe you off balance and make you vulnerable, make you someone that depends on something else. Be very careful what you believe in. Not everything said, as I said, it's true. And with these cards of Lenormand, I like to say to you guys that even though you may have the impression that you don't have a choice, you always have a choice. You do have multiple ways. Okay, so use them. Okay, now we are going to Scorpio. Um, just 1 second. I just saw someone which is asking for my email and my contacts for a reading, and you can find everything you need at the links which are posted here into the post. And the second link that is posted, that is my website, and in there you can find the services Zoradia, and you can find also a contact form that is going to send your demands to my email. Okay, so let me cut. Scorpio, 9 of Wands with the 3 of Wands, with the Page of Pentacles, and these cards are saying only one thing: regardless of how hard it is, regardless of how better you're feeling yourself at, you gotta keep on going, because you are on the right path. 9 of Wands and 3 of Wands, it is just saying that you are on the right path, Scorpio, with your career, with your relationship. Basically what you do is the thing to be done. I never said that it's going to be easy. No one ever said to you that it's going to go without any complications, without any difficulties, but difficulties are just for that, so they can be overcome. Page of Pentacles here is showing that you need to put more devotion, you need to put more consistency, and you need to start giving more from yourself. This is all that is required. But on the question, am I on the right path with my career, with my relationship, or with the idea of what person I want to have next to me? Yeah, you're on the right path here. This is what it seems, and not just what it seems, but it is. And very soon, you are about to uncover new field for conquering, and that is very favorable for those who are very unhappy of the job that they are working at. It does mean that they are going to find a new job. Scorpio, you're about to find a new job that is going to give you everything you request, but you have to give something in return, which is devotion and a lot of efforts, a lot of contribution. If we're talking about your current relationship and you do not see a way how you can move forward with your current relationship, you can and you will find a way. The problem is that, or this isn't the problem, but the requirement is that you need to start giving more from yourself, okay? More devotion, it is what is required. And if you are single, Scorpio, then that's obvious. I mean, you are about to find a person that you can make a very long-term relationship. And with the Page of Pentacles, you know this person, and this person, as a matter of fact, is a friend of yours, and you are probably drinking your coffee with them. Should this relationship gonna happen? That depends on you. I mean, because you may find that it does depend on your, how can I place it in words, personal criteria. Because some people doesn't like fat people, some people does like fat people, some people doesn't like skinny people, some people does like skinny people, some people it's all about how you look like aesthetically. For some people, they don't give a shit how you look like aesthetically, they only give a shit what is within you, what is beneath the skin. So again, should that relationship happen? Well, it depends on you and what your criteria are. Now let me shuffle the Lenormand. The stork with the cross, with the sun, oh yeah, with the key. So if this is about a relationship, this is without any doubt is going to be a karmic one. Now, karmic one doesn't mean a bad one. It means that it is meant for you to experience it, and it's going to be a good one. But this, guys, the interpretation of these cards is that you, Scorpio, are about to unlock a door in your life, unlock a door either in your relationship or into your career, which is yours to be unlocked, which is yours to be woke upon, and this door is going to give you brand new thing, brand new future, if you want to say it that way. The door that you are going to walk through is going to give you a success, or kind of like benefits that you are meant to have, and no one can take that away from you. Okay, so, well, yeah, luckiest. Daniel, luckiest. Well, Catherine, if this is about your business, well, yeah, only good things are coming in your way this week. Actually, with these Lenormand and Tarot reading, it does seem that you're going to attract a very valuable customer if you're working with customers, or you're about to reach a very profound idea of how you can make money moving forward. And when you start making those money, I mean, there will be quite a lot. I mean, there will be much more than you have anticipated. Okay, so now Sagittarius, it is what we are going to read for. You're welcome, Amy. Okay, so Six of Wands, while Sagittarius are starting well with the Five of Swords. However, with the Star card, wow, that is, guys, a ruthless drive. Ruthless drive from your behalf, and at the end of the day, this isn't a drive that creates destruction. It is ruthless because you cannot do it other way around anymore. I mean, feeling cornered or in a place where there is no moving or there is no second choices to make. Basically, those who are about to suffer from your actions, they have brought that to themselves. So, guys, this is a to Sagittarius is things I like to say can't be any worse, excuse me. And the only way for you to reach your success is that you kind of like you are ready to pay every price. Now, apart from what was the previous sign that we do at the Five of Swords, I think it was for Virgo, yeah. Apart from Virgo, now for you, the results are going to justify the efforts. The results are going to justify the price you have to pay. Now, the price you have to pay will give you a certain, at the end, you're about to reach a certain recognition, guys. You're about to reach a certain rewards are going to given to you. But the most important thing here with the Star card is that this will be a savior of the day. So for you, Sagittarius, you're about to save your relationship, you're about to save your job. You will have an unconditional support from people around you, and on top of that, guys, you will also enjoy the unfolding love of the people around you and of your partner. And all that, it is because you were ready, Sagittarius, to do what is necessary without any remorse or fear, and without giving a second thought toward people who are not involved into your situation, or toward people that only did you harm. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is that you, Sagittarius, are about to find yourself sick toward people who deserve to be hurted. And you basically will show no mercy anymore. You will show no commiserations to those who does not deserve commiseration. It will be enough to be the good guy. You have to be the normal guy, okay? Not to be the bad one, not to be the good one, but to be the usual one. And the usual guy always do what they have to do for their own personal success. And your own personal success, it is going to come here, but you need to have guts and you need to have kind of like strength, guys, to go against certain people or to go against certain agendas. I never said that it's going to be easy, but you will do have the support, and on top of that, all this will be so you can save something of yours. So you can save either your relationship, or so you can save either of your work, either your work and career, or a friend of yours, if you want to say it that way. And when you are about to save something, of course you do have an enemy. And does an enemy deserve pity? Does an enemy deserve commiserations? No. They deserve only what they brought to themselves, and that's you know, well, I leave to you to decide what is that. Let me now shuffle the Lenormand cards for Sagittarius. Hello, Debbie. The cross with the sun, with the stork, with the sickle. One more I need, with the Mises, yeah. Okay, so quite a lot of Lenormand cards, so can be determined the events. Yeah, guys, this is how can I place it in words? Kind of like denying a certain thing from your behalf, knowing that it's something which in the long run is going to hurt you, and it's going to cause you troubles. Okay, this is about grief. And it's a grief because you have to give away, or kind of like cut off unhealthy behavior around you. So it's a person that you need to go against. It's a person that you thought it's a very good friend of yours, or it's a very good supportive of yours, but his or her presence around you created joy, but you cannot move any longer with them, and you basically have to do what is right, and what is right is to basically cut them off the picture. So it's a tough thing that is coming in your way, but in order for you to force newness in your life, is in order for you to force kind of like unfoldment and progress, you basically have to let the people that are slowing you down behind you. And obviously there is someone around you that you very well like that is slowing you down, and you have to do what is necessary to kind of like, you know, take them away. Okay, so now we are going to Capricorns. The Queen of Cups with the Ace of Wands with the Four of Swords. Capricorns, for what I can say here, those are plans you are about to make. So now this week, guys, it's all about planning. It is not about actions, okay? And the plans, the plans that you are about to create, they are most likely upon a new beginning that is coming your way. Now the Ace of Wands is all about a new beginning, new enterprise, or how you can involve your skills into a new project. But because we do have the Queen of Cups in the Four of Swords, first thing you need to do before that is to kind of like negotiate either your idea or talk about your idea with a trusted people of your behalf, people which are very aware of what needs to be done in order that idea to be successful. So the idea does have a very, very strong potential. What I mean is that it could create a great things. The thing is that maybe the way that you think is going to work is not exactly the way it's going to work. So you need to, guys, start talking about it. Capricorns, you need to start talking about it now, this week, so an accurate plan can be created. So what I'm talking about is that if we're talking about your career and you don't have a private business, then you have to start sharing your ideas with your supervisor, with your boss, basically with the people that are standing above you. And your ideas will be, your idea, one of those ideas will be accepted very well. However, guys, it does not look like that the company or the team that you're working at is having a full clue of how this is going to happen. Yeah, the idea is good. I mean, the end result that is planned is good, but how we're going to reach that, and this is what you need to start thinking about and find out during this week. After that, it does look like that you will have a lot of work to do, but for now, what you need to do, Capricorns, into your career is planning. Okay, in your relationship, those cards are speaking, guys, for unconditional support from someone next to you. I don't think that this is your partner. No, this is someone that is third party in the relationship and not a harmful party. What I mean is that that could be your mother talking about your relationship. It could be a friend talking about your relationship, guys. But the Queen of Cups with the Ace of Wands and with the Four of Swords, it does look like someone that will give you emotional support through a bad time, hard time going through a relationship, and they will not encourage you to cut off that relationship. They are going to encourage you to try anew in a different way, because a different way is required. I mean, fighting with your partner and confronting them all the time, for example, or giving a silent treatment if you want it. It is not the way. I mean, you need a different approach, and that different approach will be found out here this week. If one single, then for what it seems, a good friend of yours, guys, are going to introduce you into somebody, or at least is going to tell you that there is somebody around you that shows interest in you. Now, what you're going to do after that, that depends on you, Capricorns. But you will know that there is someone that has an interest in you. Okay, so now let me shuffle the Lenormand for Capricorn. Vanessa, Sagittarius is already done. Karen, yeah, it can be a new beginning in a home, definitely. If you're talking about, are you trying to purchase new home, it could be, yeah. And if that's your case and these three cards are about you, then it does look like that a woman is going to take off some from the price, a margin from the price, so you can buy the home, so you can buy the house, because that woman likes you, you know. I mean, she will feel sympathy for you, or it will be a very, very good offer. I mean, she will want you to buy that house. So it could be, as I said, these are three general cards. I cannot cover the global population, but if that's your case, then yeah, there definitely will be a person that will have a sympathy for you, and they will want you to buy their home, and they will be ready to make some compromises with the price so you can buy the house. And we do have the bear with the hearts, with the birds. So guys, you will have a phone call from somebody that is there to your heart, and it's somebody that really supports you, and that phone call will be the final phone call. What I mean is that you will no longer talk with them through phone. I hope that this is going to be something productive for you. It could be a phone call from someone that is far away telling you that they are coming back, you know. It could be a phone call, however, from someone that says that they don't want to hear anything from you anymore. But it is, one is sure, this is a person that it is supporting, it is supportive of you, and you love them. Okay, so it could be someone from your family as well. But with the coffin there, it does look like that this will going to be the last phone call with them for a very, very long time at least. Okay, so now let me shuffle, and we're going to Aquarius. Two of Cups with the Tower. That looks like a crush, Aquarius. That really looks like a crush that you're about to have with the Magician. So yeah, that is in the majority of the cases, that is a crush you're about to find. You're about to meet a person, or you're about to realize that you know a person, which person is everything you have ever wanted. And that is a crush, guys. That could break relationships. That could be a combination where you realize that you don't love your partner anymore, or kind of like your partner is not what you really want for yourself anymore. If we're talking about a career, you will realize that being friendly with your coworkers, or at least with a partial of the coworkers, it is only holding you down, and you do have a lot of work to do, and you can't spend your time being polite with people anymore. You have to be on your own there, because the rebuildment of your career, or kind of your career, is your own, not is on the society of people. It's your own personal career, so you have to attend to it personally. Very, very difficult card, kind of like very, very heavy cards, guys. If we're talking about your relationship, it is most likely where you will realize that you don't love your partner as much as you think you love it. You love him or you love her, and guys, it does look like that you are about to realize that you do deserve something much more. Now, however, are you going to break the relationship or not? That depends entirely on you. What I'm trying to say here is that you can talk with them. You can tell them what you really expect from them, and they could try to align themselves with what you're expecting. Why? Because we do have the Tower. Yeah, the Tower is the ruin, but it's also the rebuildment. So they could have the strength to pick up the pieces of the ruin and rebuild the relationship again. So it is not really about so much for love. It is about the needs. And even though you may love your partner, they may not fulfill your needs. And think about it that way. There are so many broken relationships where both people, they still love one another, but they cannot give what they need to one another. The love is not enough. I mean, yeah, many people are saying that the love is enough, and those who are saying that the love is enough, they're bullshitting themselves. It is not enough, guys. It is not merely enough. And yeah, it is basically here we're talking about in relationship mismatching of needs. I mean, you cannot you cannot have what you need from your relationship, at least in the week that is to come. Or it is kind of like you're about to meet someone that you will crash with, and that will make you realize that you don't love your partner as much as you love it. And as we said about the relationship, this is a realization, as an insight, guys, that if you are about to build your own empire, you have to build it on your own, not with other people, but on your own. Of course, you can use other people, but we are talking about usage of other people, not being polite with them. So let me now shuffle the Lenormand. The tree, the sun with the ring. That is look like a very long commitment. If we're talking about career, this is a very long contract, very long relationship establishment, guys. But it is also a healing. Okay, this could be a treatment that you need. If you are ill, we are seeing a treatment that you require. One more card is what? Yeah, that is a well, ladies, if we're talking about you, that is a commitment with a man here. Those singles, they could enjoy that. It will be a long-term commitment. But if we're talking about your health, this is a healing, is a prescription given by a male doctor that will kind of like cure your disease, but it will require a lot of time, and it will require a strict procedure, a strict fellowship of what these people are prescribing you. But also it could speak for an engagement and marriage, guys, this these Lenormand cards. So I am quite happy for you, Aquarius. For what it seems, you are about to make a bind, and the bound you are about to make is going to be a long-lasting one. I wish to say a long time, a lifetime lasting, but it may not be. Okay, so now let me shuffle, and we're going to Pisces. Well, Joe, what's my life purpose? This is what is called life purpose, because it's to your life to find it. It's not about the tarot cards to give it to you. Personally, with all due my respect, I don't believe that anybody can tell you what's your life purpose. It is because you're living this life to find out your life purpose on your own. Nine of Wands for Pisces, with the Seven of Wands, with the Ten of Swords. Pisces, that will be a tough thing for you guys. You're about to lead a battle, and you're about to lose that battle. Okay, so I'm sorry, you're about to lose the battle you lead, and that could be a devastating loss, but it could be also a loss that could pass away. How can I place it in words? Quite fast. Now it depends how much resistance you are about to place against many. Now in this personal, not personal, but in this particular reading, guys, what you are fighting for is a lost cause, and most likely you're doing it for other people. Most likely you're standing for somebody that has to stand on their own, and this is why you're gonna lose that battle. Okay, at the end of the day, when everything is I'm sorry, I mean, I'm sorry for Team Pisces. I mean, I just interpret cards, so I don't like to sugarcoat things, and this is what the cards are showing, is that you are gonna lead the battle. The battle will be bravely fought from your behalf, but at the end you're going to lose that battle. And you're going to lose it not because you're not strong enough, not because you don't have good performances if this is about your career, not because you don't love your partner if this is about your relationship, not because you don't have pure intentions, but because you have been betrayed. That's the truth. Basically, you will become a victim of treachery this week, and through treachery, through pulling out hidden strings behind your back, you're about to lose the battle you lead. Now that battle, again, it could be something small, something negligible for your future, and for what it seems, it is something quite fixable, it is something quite repairable. And in majority of cases, when you do have these cards, when you lose, you actually win. So whatever happens to you, whatever you lose, guys, whatever, it could be a battle for a promotion, for example, and yeah, you defend your arguments, you show yourself in front of the people very capable, you're kind of like placing down why your company needs to promote you, but there could be someone that is kind of like beating into their chest that they are a very good friend of yours, and when you don't know it, they're whispering things into your boss ear, things that you have done, things that nobody knows, things why you shouldn't be hired. For this kind of treachery I'm talking about, treachery that you cannot do anything about, treachery that is going to basically go against you and it's going to ruin your attempts. Now, what can I say? This will pass fairly quickly, guys. And because we do have the Ten of Swords here, the Ten of Swords, it is always hitting the rock bottom. What I mean is that it cannot get any worse. And when you survive that, when you actually, this is behind your back, Pisces, either loss of your job, loss of project, loss of your relationship, or it may not go as a loss of your relationship, it may go as a loss of position into one relationship, you know. After that, guys, you will have new perspective to think of, and at the end of the day, as I said, with Ten of Swords, in order for you to move on forward, in order for you to recover from this, you need to make final decisions for yourself, you need to make conclusive approaches so you can start a new era for yourself. So don't feel like well, the word that came to me, don't feel like shit, don't feel like a worthless person. Even though you lose a battle, you win. Only those who are afraid to lead battles and to step for themselves don't know what lost is. So you fought, you lost, and after that there will be many battles that you will lead which you will win. One loss of a battle doesn't mean that you're going to lose the war. So the war is yet to come, and when you lead your war, I do believe that you will win your war, guys. You have to win your war. So yeah, that will be a very unpleasant week for you, Pisces. You will have to face treacherous soul, you will have to face traitors, but after that, at least you will have few less traitors to worry about, because they are going to expose themselves in front of you. And now, let me shuffle the Lenormand. The dog, the letter, the sickle. So the traitor will be a good friend of yours. And the book. So no, excuse me, it's not, the traitor isn't a good friend of yours, okay? A friend of yours, it is going to blast away a secret that you thought you know. So basically, a friend of yours, guys, is going to tell you or kind of prove you wrong about an information that you thought is valuable. They will tell you that the information you have cannot serve you as any leverage whatsoever. So basically it is kind of like you will be with one ace less when you have to confront the battle you are about to lead. And again, guys, don't be afraid to lose that battle. Sometimes when you play chess, you have to lose certain battles so you can win the war again. The world will not end for you. Okay, so that was the Tarot scope and the Lenormand scope for the all 12 zodiac sign, and I will take a couple of questions now from the audience. So guys, let me shuffle the cards and you get to ask your questions. Go. And whenever I am feeling drawn to, I will answer it with pulling one card. Well, Autumn, being strong does not measure with time length. One person is strong. If it is weak, it's weak. It doesn't matter what they are going through, you know. Jessica, am I going to have a difficult time at school because of a guy I dated? Now, Jessica, 10 of Swords, you gotta confront that person. If you don't confront that person, yeah, but for what I get, you got to humiliate him, or kind of like you got to expose him in front of the crowd. Basically, you have to break everything that you do had with him, and they will not approach you anymore. So no, you will not have it if you take the things into your hands. Alternatively, this card, as I said, it says that it cannot get any worse. So no, you will not have difficulties with this person, but you shouldn't pull yourself away from confronting him. And one more. Well, Shaun asks, will I buy my house soon? Now we do have the Five of Wands. Will you going to find a house for buying? This is most definitely yes. Now with this card there could be a few things that may obstruct you. First of all is how much money you're willing to spend. What I mean is that the house that you're about to find may worth less than what they ask for it. I'm not saying that you will not have the money. For what it seems, you will do have the money, but you may not be willing to spend those money on this house. Alternatively, this card could speak that the market for the houses will become quite fluctuatable. What I mean is that it will fluctuate up and down, and you may not find the right time to purchase a house. So I would say that in a short term, no, but should you buy a house? Definitely. And one more, this is what I'm going to answer. Lynn, how my relationship will be Win McNeil, how my relationship be with Paul? Well, for now at least, Lynn, it does look like a very good one. I mean, you can trust this person. It will mean a lot for him if you are, how can I place in words, if you share with him your problems. What I mean is that you seek for advice of him. It will mean a lot for him, and that will consolidate the connection that you have with one another. One thing with the Four of Swords, again, is that you need to aim to spend more time with him, especially in the evenings, especially when they feel lonely. I mean, you need to prioritize Paul above everything else. Can you do that? If you can do that, then for what it seems, your relationship will go very well with him. So that was the live for today, guys, and I hope you do enjoy it. I hope you do find it helpful. Also, feel free to write me about the Lenormand cards, and if you do want to see them from now on as well, because as I said, they're very, very personal, and what they're showing may happen to the majority of you, but to some of you may not happen because it's an event, and we do live our own personal life, and events are not always presented there. So such an events are not always presented there. So if you do want a private reading, you can find me at www.tarotpredictions.net. You can find everything at the website, how to get in touch with me, and also the price of the services. The website is written here in the post, guys. And also, if you do want to receive reports for your full and new moon cycles, you can make a subscription to me, and I will send you those reports by video, or you can subscribe for different plan, which will be a live report. And with that being said, I wish you a productive week. I wish you success, and I wish you strength, especially for Pisces, because they will need strength and they will need a focus. And we're going to see each other, guys, next time. Until then, bye.